Hi, in this video we're going to show you a free tool you could use to help manage your system. It's called Sys Minion. So you just download it and extract the zip file. There's nothing to install. Then you just run the executable, most likely the 64-bit one, like so. Okay, then it's broken down into several categories here, about the user license and so on. Then you have the disk cleanup utility, and it gives you a description. And then if you want to use a particular tool, you just click on Let's Start It. And then that'll open up the disk cleanup in this case, so no big deal on that one. Then if you want to run a system file check, you could start it from here, like so. And then you can see the results when it's done, but we're not going to wait for that. System logs. So if you want to collect your system logs, you could run this. So some of these might take some time, so I'll probably just pause the video while they're running and then just be back with the results. Okay, then you'll be shown all your logs here, several logs. And then once you have the logs, let's say you pick one here, then you have the option to clean it or set the maximum size. So if you click on clean and then commit, it'll clean the log and take it out of the list. Then if you choose set the max size, it'll set it to the maximum size. Alright, so capabilities on demand. Alright, then from here, if you want to install some additional Windows components, you could click on Let's Start It, and then we'll load your options. Alright, then it gives you your list of tools here. And you can just check them when you want. Then up here we have Add, Get Information, or Remove. And then we have the component store section, so you can analyze the component store to see what's going on there. Okay, so we can see the size of the component store is 15 gigs. Date of last cleanup was a few days ago. Number of reclaimable packages 2. Recommended to be cleaned up? Yes. And then you can go here, click on Cleanup, and start it. Alright, so that took a little bit of time, but now that's 100% done, so the cleanup is complete. Then we also have an option to clean up and reset the base. So this offers a little extra cleanup. Not sure if this is going to find much since we just did the other cleanup. Let's see what happens. Alright, so that was pretty quick for this one, but it doesn't say exactly how much it cleaned up. Alright, so next we have the health scan. So this will scan the system for component store corruption. Okay, so this is just telling us that the component store is repairable, but it doesn't say what the problem is. Okay, now we could just do a health check of the component store compared to a health scan. So this gives you the same information. So that's one thing I don't like about this is it's kind of lacking in some information when you're running some of these tools. Okay, so what you can do at the end here is try and do a health restore to kind of fix some problems, even though it doesn't tell you exactly what the problem is. Okay, so that's complete. So that one took a little while to run. And by the way, if you haven't noticed, it shows you the command at the top here, what it's running each time. So this is just an easier way of running these commands, so that way you don't have to do it from a command prompt, or you don't have to actually know what the command is. You could just run it from here. All right, then we have device drivers. So here you could remove device drivers from System OEM and Drivers Repository. Okay, click on Let's Start It. Let's see what we have here. And if you think you don't need some of these, you could check them and have them removed. So that might come in handy, it might not. Okay, sign verification. So if you have the need to install unsigned drivers, you could come here and do that. Okay, let's go to the MS Store section, so installed apps. So you could use this to completely remove certain apps here, and they classify them in these 3 sections here. So let's start it and see what we got. Then you can just come here and check which ones you want. Then you have the option here to remove them or remove certain types. Just be careful when coming in here so you don't delete something you might need, because some of these aren't obvious what they are. You know, obviously paint and people and that kind of thing are. All right, then the provisioned apps. So these are installed at the very first login, even after an OS upgrade. So let's see the difference here. So similar apps here, but you just have the remove option. All right, let's move down to boot menu. So if you want to enable the legacy F8 boot menu, you can do that. And if you need to restart your computer in safe mode, you could just come here and start it from there. And then the next time you reboot, it'll go into safe mode. And if you need to schedule a memory test, you could start it from here, but it'll have to run on your next boot up though. All right, so then this is just a quick way to open the user account, the NetPLWiz exe, like that, rather than having to type it in the search box. And then if you open a command prompt as an admin or PowerShell prompt as an admin, you can do that too. And then we have this section here to remove Service Pack uninstall data. But it says starting from Windows 8 is useless because service packs were abandoned. So if you click on Let's Start It here, no service pack backup files were found. All right, so there is your overview of the Sys Minion tool. You know, some of the things are useful, some maybe not so much, but like I said before, it would be nice if it gave more information on some of these tools when you run them. All right, so I will put a link in the description where you can download Sys Minion and you can try it out for yourself. All right, thanks for watching and be sure to subscribe.